this bitch, and I'm still here.
Check.
Decade. And evidently it must
Sorry, Dr. Dre. Let's go ahead and get our volumes. Check. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Ashley, go ahead.
I've got no volumes. Got none at all. Volumes. I look like shit cause I came from the gym and I smell like a pile of butts. Smelly butts. Woo, smell like butts. I'm still watching videos of parrots cause I love birds.
Yeah, what did you guys think of the gangster rap plus bird doc? Because I feel like
Don't even ask them. We know it's amazing.
I feel like that's everything in life. all can be explained watching bird documentaries and listening to gangster rap music. Deep dop doop. Okay, I think we should be ready to go. And if
Is
nobody,
that fan getting
if
picked
nobody
up?
has bitched about the fan, could you guys hear the fan? Can you guys hear the fan? Shit, California Carl's fucking nailed it. I did forget the soundboard. No fan. Cool. Let me get the soundboard then.
Soundboard. Bort sound, soundboard. Bort sound, soundboard. Soundboard. Tweet, twat, twat, tweet. Tweet, twat, twat, tweet, tweety, tweet. Sorry guys, I'm losing my shit. So Veronica, well, we played part 2 of Veronica's. We haven't played the first one of Veronica's, but I've got the top 3 here if those haven't been done, and I trimmed them down.
Well, then let's plug you in.
The audio levels on this are all over the place, so when that time comes, we'll have to upsy doodle.
We'll just.
Oh, and that?
Yeah.
Can the fans hear the fans? IDK. Update.
All right.
Remember how I said I was freezing with the fan blowing on me?
Yeah.
It's only blowing on me.
No, it's. Yeah, I'm getting it.
All right.
I'm
I
getting
will
it.
suffer.
Do you want to get a coat?
No, because I stink, and I don't want to stink up my
You
coat.
don't want to stank up your
I
coat?
don't want to stank up my coat because I was just at the gym.
It'll keep us alert.
Whatever.
This is the patriarchy. The patriarchy is here. All right, are you ready?
Let's do it. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Jurymore podcast, the podcast where we're getting married.
You know, listen, there was a point in which we started doing this show where that line was kind of like a joke, right? Like, hey, we're getting married. Sure, at some undefined time, months from now. But this is no longer a joke. This ain't funny no more.
Nope.
We're fucking less than a month.
Yeah.
2 weeks, 3 weeks.
Yeah.
It keeps.
Hold on. I
keep
can tell
getting-
you exactly how long it is.
I keep getting more and more.
We have approximately. Fuck, where'd it go?
17 days.
Oh,
it's right there.
17 days is up top. Actually, that's wrong because it's technically sooner.
Yeah. Well, here's all I know is that everywhere around me there are reminders that we're getting married soon and people are talking about it, and we were just booking people for Night Attack, and they were like, okay, well, we can't book them for the next 2 weeks, but are they going to be at Dragon Con? And it's like, oh, wait, fuck, Dragon Con's 3 weeks away. Ah! All right, no.
It's a problem.
We're fine.
It really,
we're fine.
I mean, we're perfectly normal, healthy human beings.
Yeah.
With normal, healthy levels of stress.
People are asking where the elope meter is at, and I think now
it came terrifyingly close.
It is at
over 9,000. I mean,
well, I mean, we can tell this story. It went over 10.
It did.
The elope meter went over 10. We came very close to eloping.
We had a conversation the weekend before Justin went to Vegas about how basically, hey, you're going to be in Vegas. Wouldn't it be like crazy if I flew out there and we got married? And we're like, haha, that'd be so cray. And then like the day Justin got to Vegas, I was texting him. It's like, I could get there and back on miles. I could get there tonight and then fly back first thing after we're done. Like, we could have done it.
Yeah.
We could have. It came so close, guys.
Well, and it might have happened if I would have been doing my job on the Strip. It turns out I was doing my job at a resort called Red Rocks, which is about a 10-minute, 15-minute drive outside of the Strip.
Far.
Well, you don't have a car, which I didn't have a car. So it would have been
taxis. And
okay. Well,
okay.
Wait, I didn't mocking. That's a very aggressive tone, by the way.
Can I tell you this?
I was explaining why it didn't happen, and you got very aggressive and condescending.
Here's the part that I didn't.
Can you apologize for your tone?
I apologize for my tone, but here's what I didn't tell you about all of this. So as I was looking up flights, before I even texted you, I texted your friend of mine, Mitsula.
I know this.
And was like, hey, so getting married in Vegas. How do you do it? And he started planning. Like, he's like, I can pick Jury up from Red Rock and blah, 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 blah. Like, he was like ready to coordinate it until it was just proved to be too much of a pain in the ass.
And this is, as I was explaining to my folks there at the Go Game, Mitsula is not a Vegas guy. He is the Vegas guy.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter what you might think you want to do in Vegas. Mitsula knows what you want to do, the specifics of it, and how to best do it, as well as 2 or 3 other options that you can take care of. And he knows this off the top of his head. Because, like, he told you off the top of his head when the department, the city department for which issues marriage license
in Paris
closes. Well, there's an office in the Paris for which can issue marriage licenses, but they are beholden to city statutes, which close at midnight. So you have to get a marriage license by midnight if you want to get married in Vegas. And then you can take that license to any number of 24-hour wedding chapels.
Yeah. It would have been really close because I wouldn't have been able to get in till like 11:30.
Yeah.
And if the flight was delayed, we would have been fucked.
Yes.
So TLDR,
and you would have had to
didn't
leave
get married in Vegas.
Like 6 hours after you left.
I mean,
like you had to get back on the 6 a.m. flight. So we basically just would have partied in Vegas.
I would have went to work drunk.
Yes, we would have partied in Vegas until you just went back on the flight.
And then you would have went to work.
And then I would have went to work.
I mean, that's healthy.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, that's just basically what we're going to do in Atlanta.
And we didn't do it.
We didn't.
No.
But it would have been...
Don't futz with the cord.
But it would have been good. It would have been fun.
Well,
it's not too late to go to Vegas next weekend.
I think it also bears noting that we would not have canceled. Like, it would have saved us no stress.
But then we could have said we had a Vegas wedding. That's the only difference.
Is there a part of you that wants to have a Vegas wedding?
Only for the sake of, like, having the Vegas wedding and then being like, ha, in your face! We got married here!
Yeah, because we're really giving the middle finger to tradition by cutting the legs off of our fucking nerd conference hullabaloo theater production and involving a cast of 12 people.
It's actually like 40 in the end of it, but...
By the end of it, there are 40 people involved in our wedding?
I mean, it's technically not a wedding.
It's not.
It's not.
Because you can't get married
It's a
at Dragon
stage
Con.
show. You can't.
Yeah.
I mean, well, and technically we're getting married before, so
We are.
so
That's
there.
not. Yeah. No, that's not.
Just to be clear, this isn't technically a wedding, but at the end of this, we're gonna have 40 people involved.
Yes.
Easy
In the ceremony.
in the shit
show.
show. The shit
Yes.
show. Yeah.
Well, you can have ceremonies at Dragon Con.
I mean, sure.
You can't get married.
Exactly.
We're not getting married. We're going to have a ceremony and also record a finale of a podcast counting down to our wedding.
Yes.
Ba-dum-dum. Okay, so that is the wait. Oh fuck, we forgot. Update.
To be fair, that wasn't necessarily the update, but it was a fun story.
Yeah.
Oh man,
So what is the update?
everything.
Like what?
Everything in the world. Oh, first, something I haven't told you.
Okay.
So I've started shipping things from here to Hotlanta, because people in Atlanta love it when you call it Hotlanta.
Yeah.
To your friend of mine, Cowgirl Curtis.
Who has been invaluable so far?
She's been wonderful.
Yeah.
And I got, because we don't communicate through text messages, we communicate through Snapchat videos.
Okay.
She communicated to me, and I only saw this as I was kind of leaving the gym today.
Yeah.
A video of like, hey, so there's like the shipment error on UPS, and it didn't get here today.
Okay.
And I was like, holy shit. And then I watched the next video, and it turns out that I shipped it to the wrong address. But she fixed it, and it will be at her home tomorrow.
Well, that's good. What was in that box?
Oh, it was literally everything that I sent.
Really?
The bouquet, the Hearthstone box, everything. But she fixed it. We're good. She's getting it tomorrow.
How much did you panic? It seems like something that would send you into a deep panic.
It was a back-to-back Snaps chat. I saw the first one, and I was like,
and so you were in
and
the
then the second one,
process
she's
of
like,
like
I fixed it.
spinning up, like
Yeah.
your panic, and then all of a sudden it totally diffused.
Yeah, because she fixed it.
Gotcha.
Thankfully, it must have been an address that didn't exist,
Yeah.
because it was one number off. Because I'm mildly dyslexic, and
Yeah.
I get the
Well, it's
number.
fine. We're moving along. I mean, so all right. I mean, the update to the wedding is obviously everything that is happening. I've spent the last few weeks contacting everybody to make sure that they know what's going on. We had some
Overcapacity issues.
we have some overcapacity issues with our family get together the next day,
Which is killing me right now, too. Because the person that I'm working with for food is the biggest pain in the ass in the world.
You want to take shots? Let's take shots on them.
The person who's the salesperson is totally dropping the ball on this. Like,
Yeah.
they are not getting back to me on time, and I was kind of half rude in this last email, and they still didn't get back to me on anything. And apparently your mother's going to yell at them in an email tonight, so we'll see how that goes. But yeah, so we got the brunch. Do we want to say the name of it? Probably not.
No, hold on,
Probably.
wait a minute. I want you to talk shit on them while I play this this shot.
This ad? This is a great
God damn
ad.
it. Yeah, this is a stupid ad.
Okay.
No, say where it is.
Okay.
Or no,
So-
don't say where it is. That's
yeah,
probably
because
a
I don't
bad
want people
idea.
to show up.
Yeah.
So we have this family brunch that's happening the next day after the wedding, which we'll still be drunk at, by the way.
Yeah.
And basically, I've been working with them to get like vegan food and settle like the menu too, and they're just being this huge pain in the ass and not getting back with me. Like it's just awful. And I will ask them several times, like, "Hey, I need to know if the bread is vegan or not. Can you
Yeah.
just tell me the bread's not vegan? That's fine. Like, I need to know to tell my people.
Yeah.
To tell my vegan people.
Yeah.
It's like, great, you can do the waffles vegan. That's great. What about the pastries? Huh?
Yeah.
What about that? Oh, I just dropped something. And yeah, no, she's just not getting back with me, and it's very, very upsetting. And I'm really not being that snobby about the vegan thing. She
You
just
want to
sucks.
drop her name?
No,
You
because
wanna
I don't
put her on
remember her
blast?
name.
Okay, good. That's fine. All right, so.
It's Kim. It's Kim.
Oh shit! Fuck you, Kim.
Fuck you, Kim.
So here's the deal.
I hope she doesn't listen to this podcast.
I hope she doesn't either. This is very common amongst hotel catering
Okay.
because they don't give a shit. Like, you are coming to them. You can't use anybody but them unless you get way upcharged off a list of fucking approved vendors, which is a total fucking scam.
We're not even going off the vendors list.
Exactly. No, we're going through them. So it's like, and they make them the easiest, but even them, they don't care. They don't give a shit.
I think I'm being super easy about this too. I've been so nice up until this point, and now I'm like, I need to know in the next 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Like, I need to know by the end of next week because I'm not going to have time to deal with your bullshit. I didn't say bullshit, but it's really frustrating. Like, and we're doing it the easy way.
Yeah.
Like, it's annoying. So I'm going to stop bitching about that, though. But more important.
That was great. That was a great diss track you just laid down on Kim. Who shot you, Kim? Fucking Ashley Paragerbs. That's who.
Okay, it's not Paragerbs. I'm sorry.
It's not?
No.
Well, I mean, like, that's your rapper name.
No, it's not.
It's not?
It's not at all.
Ashley Paragerbs?
Nope, that's a terrible rapper name.
What would be a better rapper name? You can have a lot of them. And you can't give yourself a nickname. The streets have to give you a nickname, and the streets are calling you Ashley Paragerbs.
No, you are calling me Paragerbs, so apparently I'm MC Addict, says Carl.
Well,
so,
it's only because you're in a rap group with MC Allergy.
Well, eat shit. Anyway, the most important thing, though, my shoes got here.
Yeah, let's go ahead.
Grab my shoes for the video people. Sorry, audio people. So for the audio people, if you see my Facebook or my Instagram, you've totally seen them. They weigh like 1 million pounds. It's like the size of my head. Well, I guess the shoe is anyway, but like it's got a dragon coming out of it and some crystals. It's way overkill. And you're not really going to be able to see it that much under my dress aside from photos.
Yeah.
But they're going to be awesome. Yeah, what the fuck are those? Those are dragon shoes.
They are fucking amazing.
They've literally got a dragon sticking out the front. So, like, I'm not going to be able to walk up the stairs with them. But, I'll have to sidestep to the stage.
Yeah, you're going to shuffle.
I'm going to shuffle.
We're going to do that or a
Maybe
Matrix flying rig.
Maybe I'll call you to, like, the Matrix flying rig is good.
Yeah.
Or maybe I'll use my Miss Andrew to have you, like, carry me up. Like, whisk me off my feet. My knight in shining armor.
But I can't walk you down the aisle like that. It has to be after you promise yourself to me like a piece of property that I carry you around like a sack of flour. Too much? I don't want to piss you off. I'll be the next diss track from Ashley Paragerbs. Okay.
Other than that,
any more updates? We have a capacity thing. We're dealing with the food. Everything else, people seem to be very almost too nice and understanding about what we're doing, and people seem to have gotten their tickets, which makes me worried that they're just telling me that everything is okay and they really don't know what the fuck they're doing.
There's so much dotting I's and crossing T's like on our end at this point, but no, we've told people time and time again, like, hey, if you want to see the stage show thing, you need to buy a day pass or a weekend pass, and there's a certain time you got to do it. Watch out, because there's the Dragon Con parade. There's XYZ thing, like, did you book your hotel that you should have booked back in December when we told you to? Yeah. All those things. So it's, I am a little worried with the day of, but that's part of the reason I created a Slack that, my fiance hasn't joined yet, to interact with people the day of. Yes, you do. Yes, you do.
Everything is being handled.
No.
I'm delegating.
Fuck you. You're getting on the Slack.
I told Eric to be my Slack I
swear to God, no.
Eric asked me what he could do, and I said, yo, homie, just handle that Slack. Pick up that Slack. And he said, aye, Cap.
Oh my God, that's so SF. Yes, it is. But Slack is gonna work out well because we can use it as a way to kind of hit everybody up the day of and say, like, hey, Dragon Con Parade starts now, ends now. Make sure you do this shit before whatever.
Yeah. Well, we have to tell them to put the app on their phone because a lot of people probably
that's what I'm doing. That's what I've been telling everyone. So we'll see how it goes. Slackety slack.
Yeah, we'll figure it out. But I mean, so far, there haven't really been a lot of people that are screaming and yelling. Most people, everybody that I talked to had their hotel. Everybody I talked to had tickets. Everybody I talked to knew that it was Saturday for the event and Sunday morning for the brunch. So We'll see. We'll see. There will invariably be a bunch of cock-ups, and it'll be a real crazy time, but we're going to do our best.
But that's why we've delegated it to Patrick Delahanty.
I know.
Thank you, Patrick. You're the best. So Patrick's going to help with that. Other than that, I guess the only other updates we have are the registry updates.
We have registry updates. Actually, before we get to that, let's also give a shout out for everybody who is listening to this, but will not be able to make it to Dragon Con, which is probably going to be more people than make it to Dragon Con. We did get word on Alpha Geek Radio will be streaming.
They will definitely have audio. They're going to be hopefully doing video as well. The question is how good the video is going to be. I know right now Alpha Geek is trying to get hooked up with the Dragon Con Wi-Fi, but if for some crazy reason that doesn't happen, it'll be broadcasted through cell phone land. So not sure how great the video is going to be. Hopefully it's going to be fabulous if Dragon Con will just respond. But that is going to be at event.alphageekvideo.com or event.alphageekradio.com.
Yeah.
The day of. And the show is at 4 p.m. Eastern time.
1 p.m. Pacific.
Atlanta's still Eastern time, right?
It certainly
I think it
is.
Yes.
Yeah.
Just making sure. I didn't
It
forget.
is an East Coast powerhouse.
It is. Go Team East Coast.
In fact, do you know why Atlanta is named Atlanta?
Is it like how Emeryville was invented by Pixar?
No.
Okay.
Atlanta used to be called Gwinnett, I believe. And then it became a train hub, and it was nicknamed Atlanta because it was Atlantic Transit.
Uh-huh.
Fun Atlanta facts for all of you to go home and impress your friends with. So here we go. I'm looking up the email from Todd Whitehead of Alpha Geek Radio. You can look up the schedule for all DragonCon activities at dragonconpodcast.com/schedule. Check out your list of supported devices at tunein.alphageekradio.com, and event.alphageekvideo is where you'll see video, and event.alphageekradio.com is where you will get audio. Again, this will all be in the event channel for Alpha Geek Radio. It's not going to be on channel 1, not going to be on channel 2, not going to be on channel 3. It will be on event Alpha Geek Radio. And Carl says it is bit.ly/fucking audio fucking awesome 420 YOLO swag. So you can go ahead and check that out as well. But
I hope that's really it.
Again, I mean, we are always excited when people are watching and listening, and this is a podcast that has obviously reached so many people on a non-live platform. So go ahead and check it out. And, of course, we will have the recorded version of the wedding available on this stream going forward. One last thing before we get into our topic, or did you have something
The registry stuff.
The registry stuff. Before we get into the registry stuff. A few people have asked whether or not these are the last episodes of Jurymore.
Hey, are we back?
Yeah, we're
Yeah,
back.
there we go.
Are we back? Are we back? Okay.
All right,
here we
we're going to try and record again?
Yeah, we will
Take two.
record again. So we'll decide.
I'll pick up.
Okay.
So, yeah, I guess time will tell on whether or not we continue to move forward with the Jurymore podcast, because as things stand right now, we just really don't have a fucking clue.
Yeah, I would suspect the biggest issues with it would be
Time,
but then again, we won't be planning a wedding, so maybe we'll have more time, but I'll still be on the road.
but then it's not the podcast where we're getting married.
I guess that's the biggest thing.
Like, I would be curious, and again, we don't know if we're going to do this after, but I'd definitely be curious to hear from you guys, like, in the hypothetical universe where we decide to continue this, and again, we're not set on doing so right now.
In fact, I would lean no right now.
Yeah, right now is definitely leaning no, but I would be curious, like, if we were to continue in some capacity, what kinds of things you guys would want to hear aside from me steadily going insane over this.
I mean, that's a huge part of the show, though. Like, I would have to find something else. I would be torturing you.
No, please,
I would
God,
just be
don't.
like, you know.
No.
I would have to, like, you know, put little cracks in the drywall, like,
Please
just to,
don't.
like, slowly drive you
No,
insane.
that's not nice.
It would be like that movie, The Apartment. You ever see that movie, The Apartment?
And I don't want it to become
Oh my God!
life.
All right, so
no.
it's this movie about that was directed by Roman Polanski, and it stars Roman Polanski, and he moves into an apartment where an old lady had just killed herself, and so the movie is basically that you don't know whether or not the rest of the people in the apartment are all conspiring to make him go crazy, like the woman who killed herself, including like making him smoke her brand of cigarettes and making him like drink her favorite glass of wine and stuff like that, or if he's just going crazy. You don't know. It's a psychological thriller. So basically,
No,
if
we're
you
not
would like
doing
season
that.
2 of Jurymore to be me torturing Ashley like Roman Polanski in The Apartment, then
Please
vote
don't.
yes. Fave for
All right, we're done. We're done after this. We're done after the post-wedding show.
fave for The Apartment. Retweet for no season 2.
Oh my God, I hate you so much. So I guess last and final update is the registry.
Yeah.
You know, there's not a lot I think that we haven't mentioned already. I will say can we say your relatives' names?
Yeah.
Do we want to? So Terry and Bobby got us a cookbook. And we also got from them earlier in the year some sweet champagne glasses.
Some flutes.
Some flutes.
Flutes.
So we got that, and then both of our employers got us stuff. And so we got like some audio foam stuff. What do we call it? That stuff?
A lot of tech stuff, yeah.
A lot of tech stuff, a tripod.
The Go Game was very, very generous and very, very nice to get us a lot of stuff for both of our shared interests in podcasting and production. So we were very, very appreciative of that. And your employer
Got us like more kitchen stuff that I had put on there. So, yeah.
Hell yeah.
We're baller.
Ballin'. Shot
But,
calling 40 foam blocks on the Impala. Holla.
But as we are never going to have ads on the Jurymore podcast where we're getting married, feel welcome. If you want to support us through our wedding registry, bit.ly/Jurymore, right? I think that's what it is.
That's it,
I'm not just making things up.
Yeah, as we get closer, if you've enjoyed the show, if you like it and appreciate it and want to support us and be part of our lives on our special day, then go ahead and get us something on the registry. Also, Jury Facts points out, staying up late for a dude with a 9 to 5, BT dubs. Jury Facts fucking burning the midnight motherfucking oil.
Oh, yeah. I actually did promise to talk about this, and I forgot
So
already.
let's
Thank you
make
for the
our
friendly reminder.
official announcement. Apparently, people been wondering. The streets have been talking.
They
The
have.
same streets that gave you the rap name Paragerbs.
No, they did not.
They have been asking about...
You look like a riff-raff street rat, but nobody. You are not from the streets. So
I am. You are now listening to the streets. You are now listening to the streets.
Is
I
that-
say everything
Is
twice.
that like a really bad British accent?
It's my impression of the streets, the rapper.
Oh my God, you're the worst. Continue.
So we have a formal announcement. A lot of people who are going to be there for the show want to know what they should come dressed as.
It's a black tie event.
Yes.
Cocktail attire.
Which means,
Yeah.
Which means you should have an even score with a gentleman of color.
Wait, what?
Black tie.
Oh my God. So you can wear a tuxedo.
Yeah.
You can wear a suit and a tie. You can wear some cocktail dresses. You can also wear a stormtrooper uniform.
Yeah, you can come in cosplay.
You
A
can
lot
come
of
in
people coming in
cosplay.
cosplay.
A lot of people coming in cosplay.
That's what we have been. A lot of family is coming in cosplay. A lot of friends are coming in cosplay. A lot of our, of course, like in the industry, the nerd industrial complex industry are coming in cosplay. However,
A lot of nerds are coming in blue jeans and a t-shirt.
if I were coming to my own wedding, I would not be giving a fuck what the fuck I was dressed as, and I would wear myself a 8 = D t-shirt and a pair of jeans and flip-flops. So
Though I'll tell you what, like, for people that want to go all out and dress like it is a wedding or
Yeah.
something else, like, you guys don't have to, but, you know, that'd be rad too. So whatever you guys want to do, whatever your heart desires, listen to your heart.
absolutely. So go ahead and check it out. You know, if I mean, by check it out, I don't know why I'm going crazy. Check out your soul and find out whether or not you want to wear anything for the wedding. It's the formal announcement is there is no dress code, because we're not going to make anybody feel bad if they're wearing fucking jeans
Yeah.
and a t-shirt. But I can tell you that there are people that will show up dressed more formally, and there will be people in cosplay. So there is literally no dress code. That's
Yeah.
it.
It's going to be a very silly time.
Jury Facts also says the most pressing question is, will there be Hearthstone at the reception?
Nope.
Well, we're not going to have a reception.
Therefore, no Hearthstone.
Yeah. Although the Grand Tournament expansion comes out like 6 days before the wedding.
Well, there's no Hearthstone that weekend.
Also,
What are you... No, don't even.
I made a bet.
What?
I made...
Are you lying? Are you lying so you can play Hearthstone at DragonCon?
Nope.
You sure?
Mm-hmm. It's not about Hearthstone. It's far worse.
What's the bet?
Now, before you get upset...
No, this is great because I can get pissed at you on the air. No, keep going.
Before you get upset, know that I didn't make... There's an out. There's an out to this. Okay?
You've got to stop making bets with people because you always lose them.
We're not going to lose this one.
Steak bets.
We're not going to lose this one.
I don't know. Oh, is this a Trump campaign thing? Because
No.
you're not giving $100 to Trump.
I am giving $100.
No, you're
to
not.
Trump. Just for the video. It's going to be a funny video. I'm going to do a naked cartwheel and then I'm going to give $100 to Trump because it's going to be representative of
I'm
American
not.
politics.
I do not consent to this.
Well, okay. It's not that. It has to do with a contender. Ashley, for the video listeners, is now silently and angrily chugging her wine. So we've done very well with a contender. But we're a very ambitious lot. The contender team is very resolved to make the most out of our last 10 days. We expect some
Just-
really good press.
What?
We have all resolved that we will hit $250,000. We're going to do our best to hit $250,000. We are at $80,000 now. Well on our way. And if we don't...
I'm sorry.
Yeah,
I know. I didn't.
I'm
hear
really
you.
glad you're not mad because I was... wow. That's a load off mine.
Okay, no, I'm sorry.
All right.
No, take two. Take two. No, we can't move on. I've got the iPad. What? And if you don't hit, okay, no.
Ashley Madison is in
No,
the news.
no. What is it? I'm going to hit you in the back of the head for every 5 seconds that you don't tell me.
You know,
1, 2.
I said I'd shave my head.
No. Not happening. Not happening for DragonCon.
I told
Sorry.
you there's an out. There's an out.
Get $250,000.
That's one out.
Jury.
I didn't say there was more than one.
You're not shaving your head.
It was a team bonding thing.
Nope.
I was throwing my hat over the wall.
Nope.
That
Fuck
way we
you.
all work on it.
Not happening.
I did say that it was
Overruled.
I did say I said on the Slack that basically it would be either we make $250,000 or I get murdered. That was
No.
basically what I said.
No. And there's no
In fact, I could read you what was on
fucking
this slide.
bald heads. Boo! See, they don't like it either. No
You're
bald
playing-
heads.
You're playing sound clips off the internet.
Woo!
Don't. Ric Flair doesn't have anything to do with this. Here we go. This is what I.
Okay. You're an asshole.
Oh wait, hold on, wait. There we go.
Which
So
would
we
mean
were all-
Ashley would kill you. That's correct. Do you want to read?
All right, so here we go. So we're all talking about how excited we are with how much everything's gone, but that we're at a very awkward. This is true. With the contender, we're at a very awkward moment where we have enough money that it's very clear that this is a business and we need to keep going, which means we need to reinvest, which means that there would be very little takeaway for us individually from this, which is odd to think of, that we're making $80,000 and we'll make over $100,000 for the entire project, but that we will not take away a lot personally. But that's just the level that we are. So we're like, you want to know what? $250,000 would be great. And so we all get all excited. And you know, I'm like, I very much want to be like crazy leader guy. Like that's me, right? Like these are like traits that I have that I want to help. I want to like inspire.
Yeah, that's great. Not shaving your head before the wedding.
Okay, but now be all right. Could pause rightfully.
Assuming.
Pause rightfully furious fiance and just give me broadcaster Ashley for a second while we get through this story. But that's I have these traits where I want to like make things happen, right? That's true.
True facts.
Okay. So then I say politics are about narratives, including the press, which is key to us getting in front of a larger audience. 15 days ago, we were selling a card game. Today, we are a provable trend. We're like 3 blog posts away from popping. This will happen. And then this is where I'm going to go ahead and admit that I probably got a little too overzealous. I said $250K or I shave my head the week before I get married, which would mean Ashley would kill me, literally. So, yeah. I thought I actually had more of an out. I thought I just said I was going to shave my head, and I was going to say, oh, well, I'll shave my head after the wedding.
When
But-
you're not looking, I'm posting to the contender Slack and letting everyone know that's out of the cards. Because, you know, the thing is there are a lot of people that would love to see you shave your head.
Really?
Listen to the fucking chat room going on about it.
Carl
No.
asking, did I seriously not tell Ashley until just now?
Seriously, Carl, and I'm super
Yes.
pissed about it right now.
I have not told Ashley about it until just now.
It's not happening.
I know, because we're going to make $250,000. This
Good.
is a moot point.
And if Kickstarter crashes and you don't make $250,000, you're not shaving your fucking head.
I don't
Gloria,
know.
I know you're listening.
I don't know. Well,
Pick
my
up the
mom's-
phone
My mom
and
is
call
so
your son
pissed
right
about
now.
this. My mom will. My mom actually would like fly to Oakland to kick the corpse of her firstborn just because I would do this to you. No, I wanted to inspire, and we've had a lot of really. I think we've got a bunch of really cool stuff in the works. So, like. And who knows how much of that was done
Don't we have some topics
because
to
of
talk
the.
about?
Okay, here we go.
Jury.
Yeah.
When you shave your head, let's say, I mean, don't be surprised when I have an Ashley Madison account.
Oh yeah, that was
Yeah.
a big thing.
That was a big thing that happened like a couple of weeks ago and then today.
Yeah. So, I think we talked about. I think we might have talked about the hack initially.
I
But-
feel like we might have talked about this a little bit, but we can talk about it again.
But in case we didn't, Ashley Madison is a site for which as advertised, people will advertise themselves to have or be a part of affairs.
Yes.
And apparently a bunch of people on the internet got upset about it, and they hacked Ashley Madison. And then late last night, they posted 10 gigabytes of compressed, which a lot of people were saying compressed like it was a big thing. I don't know how much it unzips to. I think that like it's just sometimes with those files you can compress it and it doesn't really compress down all that much.
Yeah.
But still, 10 gigs is a massive amount of what is essentially text data, including their entire repertoire, apparently, or their entire history of all accounts, including credit card numbers and...
Wait, were the credit card numbers actually in that text?
Oh, no, it was the last 4 digits, sorry.
Yeah.
Last 4 digits, which in many instances is enough to get other information. Because the way that identity thieves work is you can find some place where that's a security question.
Yeah.
Like, what's the last 4 digits of your operating credit card or whatever?
It's like your social security number.
Effectively.
If you know the last 4 digits, if you know enough about the person, you can figure out their whole social.
Yeah. What are you? You know my whole social security number.
I don't have it memorized, but
you could find it. I'll tell you. I'll text it.
Okay,
to you.
you want to just talk about it right now on the air?
If I do, can I shave my head if we don't have
No.
250,000?
God, I'm so pissed right now. So I'm getting an Ashley Madison account.
No,
just saying.
don't.
So when the data's released, it won't be MBD, guys.
Do you think this is going to be a major thing? Like already,
I mean,
immediately, fucking Josh Duggar, who already, has gotten busted for molesting
his siblings
and other girls. Now all of a sudden was also commercially cheating.
I will say that, like, and he had a paid account too.
Yeah.
I will say that, like, on the Josh Duggar thing, like, as much as I feel like, whether or not you agree with the Ashley Madison thing, what happened is still illegal.
Oh,
period.
yeah.
It's stealing people's information, like, regardless of how you feel about it.
Yeah.
But, man, I kind of love that the Duggar thing came out, though, because the self-righteous family values crowd is still illegal. I mean...
he is a piece of shit and a molester, and he deserves to be criticized for that. I guess, I don't know. I mean, I just kind of feel like what Ashley Madison is being punished for, and people who went to Ashley Madison are being punished for, is hubris, right? It's advertising. It's that they advertise themselves. They had the temerity to advertise themselves as a affair site, as opposed to every other fucking dating site, including Tinder and Hinge and Plenty of Fish and all these, where there are plenty of married people trying to get some strange.
Yeah, but it's easier to, as a married person, find another married person that probably isn't going to say anything about it, so you can be married cheaters together, than just, like, hitting Cupid or Tinder,
So
where
wait.
I think there might be higher risk involved, hypothetically. I mean...
Yeah. But that is the only difference between those two, is branding.
Oh, totally.
Like, functionally, more people have probably cheated on their spouse via the sum total of all other dating sites than on Ashley Madison.
Oh,
right?
Totally.
So it's like, but yet, because they are, like, because we would rather live in a world where the people are deliberately misrepresenting themselves on a platform than a world in which we have a dedicated platform for people to be honest about what their situation is and how they would like to go about it. Now, granted, it is not nice. It is not cool. It is inherently duplicitous unless you have an agreement with your spouse that fucking around with other people is in your purview of things you are allowed to do. It is not something that I would personally like to do or ever engage in. However, it almost feels to me like Ashley Madison was, in a world of imperfect options, more honest than some of the clientele that we're just going to turn a blind eye to
Oh, totally.
on every other dating site.
Totally. So if you're cheating on your spouse, don't go to Ashley Madison. Go to OkCupid, Tinder, eHarmony, Christian Mingle.
Yes. How many people are cheating on their spouse on farmersonly.com?
Wait, what? Is that a thing?
Oh, yeah. You don't have to be lonely at farmersonly.com. You don't watch enough sports. They're all over. They do big sports buys.
For real?
Farmers only.
This isn't a joke.
Yeah.
You didn't just make that up. Guys,
City
did he make
folks
this up?
just don't get it. That's their slogan.
Oh.
And it's like a bunch of farmers, and they're like, "Hey man, where's Ed?" And they're like, "Oh, Ed met Betty on Farmers Only." And then there's a bunch of like, cute girl next door kind of chicks who are like standing around playing cornhole or some shit, like doing some real rednecky.
Cornhole's like a college thing, not a redneck thing.
I've known some rednecks to play some cornhole.
Cornhole was all over my college.
Well, yeah, no, it's popular, but it all effectively it's an outdoor drinking thing, and rednecks do a lot of outdoor drinking.
Okay, fair enough. Man, I had no idea Farmers Only was a real thing. And
BlackPeopleMeet.com.
I mean, there's a million dating websites that I'm sure people are cheating on their spouses with.
People are cheating on their spouses on Slack.
What?
Yeah.
Proof.
Divorcedpeople.slack.com.
You just made that up.
No. No.
Yeah, the Ashley Madison thing, though, it's, a lot of people have a real good time talking about it, but I have very mixed feels about it. Because if you look at, for instance, sure, perhaps the vast majority of people on Ashley Madison are people that are cheating on their spouses. Perhaps some, though, are people that have agreements. Perhaps some are thinking about cheating on their spouses, create an account, and then realize that they don't want to do that and then back out. I think that, well, yes, the majority of people are probably cheating on their spouses. It kind of saddens me because I'm sure there's still a good number of people that are getting their shit dropped out there that are innocent in every sense of the word, and now their shit's going to be out there.
It's an awkward conversation if somebody got caught doing it.
Yeah.
Like, if you just have an account, paid or otherwise,
yeah,
you have a lot of splaining to do. Lucy, why were you on AshleyMadison.com? It's a great episode of I Love Lucy.
Did you ever sign up for Ashley Madison?
I did not. I never had a reason to, as a single man,
But, like, maybe you've got a thing for married ladies. I don't know.
Well, then you could go to meetacougar.com.
Wait, cougars aren't necessarily
Cougar
married. Just saying.
No, they're not. But, I mean, you're pretty much looking at the same thing. Like, I guess if I were into having sex with older women as a single man, I would probably go to cougarlife.com before I would go to ashleymadison.com.
Well, yeah, if you're looking for older women, but that's different than looking for married women.
Fair point. You're right. I guess I just showed a little bias there.
You did.
I just assume that all married women are older. That's not true.
On September 5th, I'm going to age 40 years.
You are.
Yeah.
You're going to be like the fucking dude who drinks the wrong glass at the end of the third Indiana Jones movie.
My tits are going to be down to my ankles. Like,
you chose poorly.
You're going to get an Ashley Madison account. It's going to be... it's going to be weird, guys.
Facebook.com, the #1 cheating site. I bet you there's a lot of people fucking around.
Oh, I'm sure.
Talking all sorts of nasty shit on Facebook.
But, like, Facebook, in my opinion, is just all of internet is an extension of real life, but Facebook in particular, I think for most people that aren't inherently internet people,
Yeah.
it's just your fucking social circle, or like people that you've met in the IRL space that you've known forever. So like, of course, somebody you know or someone you've met, you're going to communicate with through Facebook and possibly.
This story is very interesting just because it has the pre-qualifier of you haven't, like, at minimum, you have to explain why you went on to a very controversial site and signed up for an account, right?
Yeah, I was just curious what was going on there.
At most, you have to explain why you took active steps to cheat on your spouse. You know?
Yeah.
Like that, that's a huge thing. It's like, it'd be the same thing if it was like, oh my God, I love butt plugs so much .org was hacked. It's like, at the very least, you have to be explaining why you were at a paid membership at oh my God, I love butt plugs so much .org.
Yeah.
Like, it's just because of the site, there's pre-qualified information.
Yeah. Well, I feel bad for being curious, but I'm curious to see
Who else?
what other big hypocritical names come out of it.
So there is an element of finding truth and exposing hypocrisy.
That's the silver lining that I see on this. Like, I am not for when you are in a monogamous relationship cheating on your spouse. Man, that's the one thing I really want to come out of this is people like Josh Duggar, people who are like these family values advocates that are anti-marriage equality and all this, that are just going on and on and on about how gay people are ruining the institution of marriage and so on. And
so that
and they're the ones in their hypothetically monogamous relationships going and cheating on their partners.
So there's a political element to it.
Yes.
Would it bum you out if somebody that you very much respected was outed?
I suppose that it would be upsetting, but like
let's say, would it dilute your enjoyment of Josh Duggar being revealed if Neil deGrasse Tyson was revealed?
No.
Okay.
No, because
but it would sadden you.
Sure, it would sadden me, but I don't want to say that Neil deGrasse Tyson is this way, and who knows? Maybe the Duggars are this way. Maybe, for all we know, not only are the Duggars hypocrites in what they preach, maybe they're not monogamous. Maybe he does have an agreement with his wife. So that's the other thing, too. Like, I don't...
There are personal elements to the marriage.
I mean, I don't know. And maybe Neil deGrasse Tyson, if he were one that was...
Although
reviewed.
It does bear pointing out that it wasn't until we brought up somebody that you respect that you brought up that.
that is fair. But no, I will say that even if Josh Duggar and his wife had the kind of non-monogamous agreement, even if that was just like, don't tell me about it.
Yeah. Just keep it up out my face.
He's still a hypocrite based on what he preaches through the family. What is it, the Family Research Council? I think he's with. But he's a bunch of these like family values, monogamy, blah blah blah.
I think we firmly established hypocrite on that man's resume.
Yeah.
Because I'm sure at some point somebody said, "Hey, molesting kids, you into that?" And he was like, "No, my God, no." And he's obviously kind of into that. He's not like fucking Jared from Subway into it, but
my God,
he was kind of into it. That motherfucker.
Anyway. Tensor Guy says all astrophysicists are freaks too. Well-known fact.
I think he puts the ass in astrophysicist.
Oh.
Shit, girl. All right. Any final thoughts?
We'll see where this goes. That's it.
Any final thoughts on this episode? Any other things that you want to get out there? Any big projects that you're working on?
I'm still gotta go through email.
Oh shit, we forgot the fucking email.
Oh, you forgot the music.
we don't have. This is another
I
thing.
always forget that
You
there's
always
not
forget
music
that there's
at the
no
end.
music for email. All right, email justinrobertyoung@gmail.com. justinrobertyoung@gmail.com. Please help me out and put JURYMORE in the subject line. That is JURYMORE in the subject line. Let's go ahead and play an audio message. Hopefully you can hear this, guys, because it is not very loud. Oh crap! Now I can't find it. So let's do this.
It's right there on the iTunes, right?
No, it's not, because if I hit play,
Open recent. Anyway,
let me just go to the next
Yeah.
one and I'll pull it up. Perry says banking while married. One way to do it: 3 accounts. Everything goes into a joint account. Also, each person has a separate account and a monthly allowance. And personal accounts allow for birthday and anniversary surprises. You just have to find a bank that doesn't fuck you for having multiple accounts. Thank you very, very much, Perry, for writing in. What do you think about that? 3 accounts, Ash.
I mean, so I technically have 2 bank accounts and then the joint account. The joint account that we do have, which is our wedding account, is under my bank. So I have 2 accounts under my bank. And you have at least 2 bank accounts, right?
I do, yeah.
Yeah.
So, I think we're doing that.
We're kind of doing that.
All right, here we go. This one comes in from Big Jim.
Hey, Justin and Ashley, it's Big Jim from just outside of Hangar 18 here in beautiful Dayton, Ohio, calling to give some unsolicited wedding advice because I guess that's what we do now. I have been married to my beautiful bride, Mary. It will be 12 years on September 27th. So, honey, if you're listening, I love you very, very much.
All right, for whatever reason, this audio connection is really, really bad. We did listen to it. Thank you very much, Big Jim. Big Jim said that his big advice would be to have us call each other every night, especially when I'm on the road.
Yes.
To tuck each other in, to have the one final, one of us is going to sleep and we talk to the other.
I think we do that quite a bit, except
do.
for when you were in Texas this other night. And I was like, call me, Larv. Call me. I'm going to go sleep in a half hour. Can you please call me? And then you didn't call.
I didn't, no.
Until you landed in the Bay Area the next day.
Yeah.
Worst fiance ever.
But in general, I think that's pretty much our only out, is that we both understand that, especially when we're entertaining or in the middle of conversations and stuff like that, that like we give an allowance, and that's what I wound up staying up really late chatting with Cargill.
Yeah, we talk about
Neshcom.
every night though. We're pretty good at that. Thank you, Big Jim.
We are good, but we would also agree that is a good thing to do, a good habit.
Yes. High fives all around.
To have. Jason writes, Justin and Ashley, your conversation in episode 29 sparked a few thoughts that I wanted to share. Ashley, you referenced rebound marriages, and it struck a raw nerve with me. A few years back, I was working for a church. Did we read this already?
No, I don't think so.
Okay, good. A member of the congregation, a friend of mine, went to school to become a pastor. After a few years of school, he returned to do his internship. While on his internship, he was diagnosed with cancer and ultimately lost his battle. He died in November at the age of 41, and he left behind a wife and 2 daughters. But this is where it gets complicated. Within a month of his passing, there were rumors that his wife was already dating someone else, another friend of mine whose wife had died a few years previous. They were engaged by Valentine's Day and married in September, so her late husband wasn't in the ground a full year and she was already remarried. This, of course, sparked speculation that they had already been dating or close to dating before her late husband even died. The whole situation led to lost friendships and hurt feelings as people who supported her through her pain of losing her husband felt betrayed by her quick turnaround in the arms of another man. I haven't even talked about her 2 young daughters who are still deeply struggling with seeing their father die slowly, and now their mother is already dating, engaged, and married to another man. I still think they struggle with the situation even years after it occurred. My wife and I still keep in contact with the kids and offer them support when they need it. This was a situation filled with drama. We are still, quote-unquote, friendly to the couple, but we certainly no longer consider them friends. Jason, a.k.a. Husky Caucasian, in the chat room. Man. Can I just go? Let me just go ahead and say that this is one of the reasons why I think small towns are the most pervasive downfall of America. Because this shit happens 100 times a year in big cities. And it's not that big of a deal because there's just more people to deal with. And there's more people to talk to. And you're not reliant on one set of friends through everything.
Yeah.
Now, of course,
I don't
for
know.
all I know, this is all happening in Chicago. But I'm assuming it's happening in a small town.
I almost feel like I'm way more empathetic toward this situation than other, like, kind of rebound dating.
So who did you find yourself empathetic to? Well, who in this story?
The couple that got together afterwards.
Yeah.
Like, because, I mean, man, death, that's fucking hard. And
Yeah.
who knows whether or not they were in an affair beforehand or whatever. But if we're to assume that they weren't, them both having gone through basically the same thing, that's something that's
Brings people together.
really brings people together.
And it is a documented thing that death and sex are linked.
Yes.
There is something to the raw, jagged emotion of the finality of life that brings sexual urges out of people.
I cannot tell you how many people that I know that have had a spouse pass away and in an incredibly short period of time, they're dating or getting married to somebody else.
Yeah.
Like, it is. I am hesitant to call that, while it seems like a reboundy kind of thing, like, I am hesitant to put that on the same level as what I would think of like these rebound back-to-back relationships that we've talked about before, you know, because man, death and again, maybe
it's messier.
It is way messier. And maybe it was an affair. Who knows? We certainly don't know. We have no idea who the fuck these people are that you're writing us about. But
and the kids, the kids. I guess
the kids would probably have a hell of a time. But.
My thought on that is that, like, I don't know the right way to do that.
Oh,
you know?
Me neither.
Like, I don't know. Let's say they were they had found something in each other and then wanted to and had this developing relationship. Should they have pretended that it wasn't there? You know, should they have denied it? And at whose benefit? The kids, their friends.
Yeah.
Or ultimately, is the best thing for all of them for these two people to be happy? And if they are happy, then, you know, like, would anybody have been happier? Would it made the kids more okay with their dad slowly dying to see their mom alone?
I don't know. I
guess that's my question. Is I don't know. I draw me up the scenario where all of that goes fine, because I don't think it exists.
Yeah, I don't think there's any real way to win. And even, let's say these people waited a year, 2 years, 3 years, there would still be people that would think that would be too soon. You know, I don't think there's a good answer to it. Tensor Guy says, I think dating right away after long sickness is okay, but I think there's no need to wed so fast, you know? And
But to who? I mean, yeah, there's no need to do it. Like, she didn't have a gun to her head, but, like, you know, are we saying that that it's fucked up to wed that fast?
I don't
like,
think
because
necessarily.
but that's why nobody says that it's fucked up. But you see stuff like no need to wed that fast. But it's like, well, what does no need mean? Yeah, no, the government isn't mandating that she get married again. It's not medieval times where she has to marry the dude's brother.
Well, and how long was this couple married before the husband passed away? And likewise for the other guy. Like, if they were in long multi-year relationships and all of a sudden they both find themselves alone, like,
yeah, when
you're accustomed to being part of a companion relationship. I mean, I don't know. It's so difficult, and I don't want to say, like, I'm the authority on this, but
no.
I feel like I feel for them and wouldn't want to come down too hard on them because they have that, like, common pain.
My point is that just seems like a real screwed up situation all around. Joey Image says, I don't think I could do that. If I love somebody enough to marry them, if they pass away, that's not a divorce. We're still married. I don't know, not my style, but I've never been in that situation, so who knows? And that's fine. I think, to me, nobody's actions in those scenarios are anything that they should need to explain. And I would personally give tremendous leeway. But, of course, that's not my social circle, so it's probably a different thing. We have more wedding advice from Nerdtacular. Right?
Oh, yes, we do. Did we have another?
No.
Okay. So, forgive us if we played these already because we did not keep track of who we played. So, this is coming, and we might need to tweet the audio, from Randy Jordan and Samantha Jane. Here we go.
Hi, I'm Samantha Jane.
I am Randy Jordan.
Hugs.
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 Hugs. We really, really encourage lots and lots of hugs. What else?
Naked hugs.
Naked hugs are very, very good. You kind of skipped the whole gradient of possible hugs. There's other kinds of hugs, right?
Okay, but all the other...
Go for the good hugs is what the final word is. Yeah. Go for the really good hugs, and you'll be very happy.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Congratulations.
I should add, I believe when they were recording this that their child was in the room.
Yeah. Otherwise, shit would have got graphic.
Like, in excruciating detail of how to hug.
Also, we had just lost the trivia contest.
Oh, you were super pissed.
I was all upset, but also Randy was taking shots of vodka and was feeding us shots of vodka. It was pretty fun.
It was cool. So I got a couple more.
Who's next?
Terpster.
Ah, the Terps.
You ready? I
Yeah.
think he's a little louder.
This is Terps. Just to say congratulations. In terms of marriage advice, all I'd say is to Jury, particularly, congratulations on having the last day where you got to making a decision by yourself. Equally, and be right about anything. That's the beautiful thing about being married is you're now a team. So get used to that, and I'm sure you'll have many happy days ahead.
Aw, Terpster. And the last one...
He's not just a loud braggart after all. He's got a heart of gold, that guy.
Look, he's just a little British boy.
Oh, that's disgusting.
It is. All right, and lastly for today, we have Tina and Brian Ibbett. I'm not sure how loud they are. You ready?
Yeah.
Here we go.
This is Brian Ibbett.
This is Tina Ibbett.
And we're from Coverville, but really Colorado, from Arvada, Colorado. Marital advice for the lovebirds. What do you think, Tina? I'll let you start.
Well, one thing is keep separate bank accounts. Always have your money separate.
Pause that.
Even if it's just a...
So, did you tell them about Brian's thing?
I did tell them about
so
Brian's thing.
that was their own shots fired.
Yeah.
All right, go ahead.
All right.
small account or a small credit card.
Well, really? Oh, do you have a credit card I don't know about?
We both have credit cards that we only have in our
okay.
names.
I'm just
Ashley Madison.
this is a one you're going to get from a lot of people, probably older people, because old people probably say this, but don't ever go to bed angry. If there's something that needs resolving, even if only one of you thinks it needs resolving, resolve it before you go to bed. Don't, because it will fester and it will grow into something unpleasant.
And that's even with kids. So if you ever have kids
are unpleasant.
Do not go to bed with an unresolved issue either. So
yeah. That's probably the gist of it. Anything else?
No.
Sex, lots of sex.
Oh, Ibbits. I love the Ibbits.
Ibbits
They're
are the best.
So that's all we've got for today.
And we'll have a few more.
We definitely will. I still need to get one from Scott Fletch.
So you want to know what? I had this realization with everybody with the go to bed angry thing. I think that's advice by and for people who aren't as honest with each other or talk as much or as reckless with what they say as we are to each other. Like, I think it's for people that wouldn't admit that they made a bet about shaving their head a week before the wedding on a podcast. Because I think, like, we are honest to a fault with each other. And I think because sometimes I'm like, yeah, all right, but like sometimes you're like, it's going to be easier to talk to you the next morning. So I should let you go to bed angry. But
no, because I will be just as pissed the next morning.
Yes, but you will. Okay, but if, let's say, I'm up for a day and I don't eat and then we get into some spat right before bed, it's probably better for me to go to sleep and get some sleep, and then we can talk in the morning, right?
I don't know. Oh, oops. I would like to agree with you, but I don't think that that's the case. I don't know.
I mean, I guess my point is to say that it's not absolute. And it's more for people, when people say don't go to bed angry, it's a euphemism for be honest with your feelings and don't let situations become...
yeah, okay.
Like don't let the problems compound. If I'm upset with you about something in the house, don't let that compound, and now I'm upset with you about the resentment that we have not dealt with this thing.
Yes.
I think that's what that advice really is. And not like literally don't go to sleep because you have an unresolved issue.
And Tenser Guy says that you need to not go to sleep angry or just have angry sex. I think that's what he said.
There's a lot of sex advice.
I know.
Everyone's always talking about sex.
That's why you don't have sex till you're married. Like you got all
point.
that build up sex. You just gotta let it all out.
You get it all out and then bring wet naps.
That's what sex is like, right? I don't know. I've never had it.
We'll find out.
All right.
Any final thoughts?
17 days.
17 days.
17 days. No.
Healthy Addict on Twitter.
Healthy Addict pretty much everywhere. Jurymore.com for this podcast. Fake Gamer Girl on Twitch, which I stream on Thursdays with Viking_last, usually just under her channel till we get the stream thing figured out. And what am I forgetting?
I think that's it.
The Spicy Vegan thing's on hiatus too till after the wedding.
Yeah.
But yeah, Healthy Addict. You find me. You can find me. What about find Jury?
TheContender.us/Kickstarter. Contender Game on Twitter. Come on. Don't make me shave my head here, people. Let's get this money up. Yeah, we'll see you guys next week.
Diamond Club hopes you have enjoyed this program.
There we go.
Ooh, you're not shaving your head. No matter what.
Yeah, you're right. We're not gonna happen. High five. Kind of feeling lonely up top, atop Olympus. Mount Bro Olympus is lonely. Nothing? Thunderclap? Big Thunder Mountain?
I've got the clap and I'm giving it to you. I've got the clap.
Days of Thunder? Huh? Thunder Dick?
How's that working out for you?
Thunder? Down Under? Thunder in Paradise?
He can't shave it ever, guys.
I mean...
Facial hair? We can talk about that.
Nothing? High five? High five, bro. Alright. No high fives?
Nope.
Why not?
'Cause of fear.
Was that inappropriate to bring that up on the podcast?
No, not inappropriate to bring it up on the podcast. I'm happy to publicly shame you about it.
Shame!
Shame! I'm going to put you in my underwear and make you walk Dragon Con.
Yeah. She had a shaved head.
No, she didn't.
She did.
No, she didn't.
Yeah, they shaved her head before.
I am baldest. No.
She did have a shaved head.
No, she didn't. It was cut short.
Shorn.
It wasn't shaved.
Oh, wasn't. No, they didn't bick it. They didn't have bicks. I guess how does Varys get his hair like that, though? Questions.
He's just bald. Like when they took his balls away, like his hair just stopped growing.
He has spiders everywhere.
Whatever. I'm gonna go do housework.
Say goodbye to everybody.
I love you guys. I love you guys. Justin's not ever shaving his fucking head.
It was a motivational tactic.
Well, find a new one.
I'm a natural born leader.
Find a new one.
We're not. No one's not gonna happen because we're gonna hit our goal.
That's great. Hit your goal, but find a new promise other than shaving your head.
I never promised anybody I'd shave my head before. I brought it up as a possibility of something that I wanted to do before.
Shave your butt, Tensor Guy says. That's a great idea. How about wax his legs? Let's do that. Wax his legs and butt.
Wow.
That's a great one. If you don't hit $250,000, Justin's going to wax his legs and butt, everybody. It's probably the same amount of hair.
I didn't agree to that.
All right, guys, we're out.
All right. Love you guys.
So long and thanks for all the fish.
Hold on, wait. Let's.
You have to do the important thing first.
What?
That thing.
Yeah.
So long and thanks for all the fish. Too bad it had to come to this. I don't remember the rest of the song. That's the only part I know.
See you guys.